My name is Cayla Vertreese, and I'm a mental health ambassador for the St. Francis Foundation. My journey began back in high school. That's when I first, started to notice my own mental health issues. My parents divorced when I was very young. Through that, there was a lot of changes that occurred, and it wasn't necessarily the smoothest process. I suppressed a lot of those emotions that I was feeling, and through that, as time went along and as I became more involved in school and things like that, a lot of those emotions began to surface. And my mom started to take notice of, me isolating myself and not having much interest in the things that I would typically like to do and enjoy. And I was a happy-go-lucky kid, very outgoing, and that really, really changed whenever high school hit. And so through then, I started seeing a counselor. I was put on antidepressants, and that's kind of where I've gotten involved in the mental health community and trying to raise awareness. I was able to work in the counseling center of my high school my senior year, and through then I decided that that's the field that I wanted to pursue, and I wanted to continue raising awareness on mental health because I realized not many of my peers were talking about it very much. Through my journey, I've been able to grow my emotional intelligence, and I've been able to learn more about myself, learn more about others, and have those deeper conversations with my friends and my peers to open up about mental health and let them know that I'm there for them and that it's okay not to be okay. And things like that. So my journey's ongoing, and I think everyone's mental health journey is ongoing. It's something that you constantly have to work towards. It's never going to be perfect, but you have to find what works for you. I was actually hospitalized my first semester in college, and this was due to mental health concerns. And from there, I realized that after I got out, I spoke with a lot of my other peers, and they had experienced very similar things that I was experiencing. And I realized that this was something that wasn't being talked about enough still. And so through that, I decided to take the lead on building a successful mental health awareness organization at my college, and that's where I was introduced to Active Minds. And so what Active Minds is, it's a mental health awareness organization, and we work to change the conversation about mental health. That's our motto. And so we do this through fundraising, advocacy, education, and just having conversations with our peers in general, holding different events, and trying to raise awareness on our campus and in our community. One of the things that we've done with Active Minds at Northwest Missouri State University is adding the crisis hotline to the back of ID cards. Currently, we're also advocating for adding mental health resources to syllabi, so all teachers are required to add that resource so students have more accessibility to what resources they have available. And so those are just a few of the things that we've been working towards, and we're constantly looking to continue growing and continue changing the conversation and continue to build on those resources. So I decided to become an ambassador because mental health has become a huge passion of mine. Like I said before, I don't think it's talked about very much at all. And with that, I want to be a voice for change. And I want to let people know, like I said before, that it's okay not to be okay, and that there are resources out there that can help you. And so I think the St. Francis Foundation is doing exactly that with their advocating, their fundraising, and their attempt to spread the awareness and build on those resources. My hope for the future in our community is to build a community that is more aware of the signs, the symptoms, and being able to understand how to respond in a mental health crisis. But not just that, I want also in proactive change in our community. I want to add education to schools that focus on mindfulness and mental health trauma training and things like that, because I really do think that it starts in our schools, because we have to train our students and our kids and our children on mental health so they can be able to grow up and understand how to handle those stressors later on. So overall, my hope for our community is just to spread awareness, spread education, and let people know that it's okay not to be okay.